Yeah, let's talk about this Trump versus Biden debate. If you want to call it that. I like to call it a kids 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 playing in the playground.
Yeah, I was about to say they were definitely playing hide and go seek. That's all that was. Like they weren't really serious. Honestly, I wanted to watch the debate. This is one of the few times I've ever made appointment television to watch a presidential debate. I legit for a week was like, oh, word, the debate's coming on Tuesday at 9? Oh, I'm there. I was there 10 minutes early with my damn popcorn in my right hand and my water in my left hand. Check this out. About 5 minutes in, I definitely had to upgrade my water to something alcoholic because that was pure comedy. I mean, we can put for this. Listen, I don't want to get all heavy. Listen, let's keep it light, man. I want to separate the politics from just the mere entertainment value of the actual debate. But Biden, to me, he started out pretty decent. He started out pretty calm, right? Like he actually had the right type of energy. Mm-hmm. I thought he was deflecting properly. He didn't feed into Trump's, typical games that he normally plays. And then it just went left when Trump just kind of started going after his son, his dead son. He started just apparently blatantly lying on him. And then Biden just had enough and just called him a clown. Hey, guy, will you shut up? Come on, man. Will you shut up?
You shut up. Yeah, that was
how can we call that a debate? Honestly, that was not a debate. We learned nothing from that. And to me, I'm not a political analyst, so I'm not here to break down the policies. But even as somebody who was just there for entertainment, and slightly there for the politics, to hear what they had to say, I can honestly say I learned nothing about what any of those dudes were pushing in their agendas or anything like that. That was just simply a shouting match. I mean, we didn't learn anything, man.
I mean,
well, actually, we did learn one thing. We learned that we confirmed that Donald Trump has hair plugs. Did you see that one picture? Did you see that picture from the side that they showed?
I did not see it. What
bro,
was his hair about to fly?
There was a picture. Yeah, there was a draft in the debate room. Nah, that's not what happened. There was a picture online that caught Trump from the side, and somebody screenshot it, and it was just going around. He had like a plug in his hair. It seemed like it was attaching to, I don't know. It was in the middle of his head on the side, and it looked like it was attaching two sides of hair, man. We confirmed what everybody was suspicious about for years, that Trump has fake hair.
I mean, that's obvious.
It's not really a squirrel. It's actual fake hair, So
I've actually seen his hair almost fly away, so it's obvious. But
that sounds like some cartoon shit. You ain't see that. Where'd you see that?
I seen it. It's videos. YouTube it. It's not fake news either. I seen his hair almost fly away. But yeah, the debate to me was very entertaining. I mean, there was clearly some moments in the debate that stood out over others. Like obviously when Joe Biden called him a clown, I was like, he's calling the sitting president a clown on national TV. And then also there was a moment where he said, "You are, man, come on, man, you're the worst president of all time, man." I was like, wow. Then obviously the scene where they told Donald Trump to denounce white supremacy, and he was like, who do you want me to denounce? Who? The Proud Boys? Oh, okay. Proud Boys, stand up and stand down. Like that to me spoke volumes. He seemed like he refused to denounce this white supremacy, white supremacists, and then the Proud Boys group. But I will say this: I'm going to come to Trump's defense for one time. I don't think he was saying stand up and stand by, that like pretty much he was supporting the Proud Boys. I think he just forgot what the moderator told him to say. I think he forgot that the moderator told him, tell them to stand down. So he was over here like, yo, I'm trying to figure out what the hell did he say, stand up, or did he say stand by? Horrible gaffe. Probably the worst gaffe in the history of gaffes. I mean, it was bad.
Yo, I mean, look, I first off, I'm not agreeing with you. I'm not rolling with that. I firmly believe that he knew what he was doing. And let's say that you're right. He didn't hear properly, right? He didn't know what was being said. To me, that's an indictment on the fact that he was talking over everybody. He wouldn't let anybody listen. Like, either way you look at it,
I agree with that.
He needed to shut the fuck up or address things as a president should actually address things, right? That was bad. You're right.
I mean, how many times did Chris Wallace say, all right, man, Mr. President, Mr. President, Mr. President, Mr. President, Mr. President, let him talk, Mr. President, Mr. President.
Hey, listen, I was surprised Chris Wallace didn't get up and like try to fight him. Like, that was some. He seemed like he wanted smoke at one point, but it was almost like his demeanor never changed.
His demeanor never changed.
But you can see him getting. You can see him getting.
That.
You can see him getting riled up, but he had the same face. That was weird. To me, that was more impressive than anything that happened in the debate. Was the moderator's demeanor.
And it's
I've never seen anybody have a demeanor like that. Wow.
And as funny as it sounds, he did a good job of moderating. He did a very good job.
To be honest with you, I thought he was trash. I'm not gonna lie.
He did a very good job, given the circumstances that he was given. Like, he did a good job.
I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why I think it was trash, and then we can move on. Trash is definitely ill-advised. I don't think he did that well of a job, right? That's what I will say. The reason I'll say that is because, like, for you to be a moderator, number one, apparently he was the one who asked the questions. Apparently he was the one who organized the questions. Number one, I thought the questions there were some dumb questions. Like, they should have been talking about other things. Like, how in God's name did they talk about Black Lives Matter, race for like 1 minute? Like, do you know that debate was about an hour and a half long, and they talked about race within the same breath as rioting for a total of about a minute or a minute and a half. It was very short. And I saw some people point this out as well online. Thought that was, I noticed that during the debate as well. From a preparation standpoint, that was trash. Secondly, he did his best, I suppose, trying to contain Trump. But come on, man. He needed to be a little bit more demonstrative. I get he's the president, but nah. You can't disrupt a debate like Trump did and think that, like, you can't have more to say to try to get Trump to calm the fuck down. That was crazy. Who
the hell do you think can calm Trump down?
Bro,
who you going to get to calm Don Lemon?
Yo, you know who needed to moderate? Terry Crews. Get Terry Crews as the moderator.
Yeah, right.
Oh, sorry.
Kanye Jackson.
Kanye West as moderator would have calmed Trump down. How much you want to bet?
No. Kanye West. No.
All right. Okay. I think he could have did a better job. I'm telling you, man. Because they just would have been, they just would have buddy with it. He would have calmed down for Kanye.
Kanye West would have made it about himself. He would have asked questions of like, so yeah, the presidency is all good though, but like, why you ain't trying to put me as a billionaire in Forbes though? I mean, come on.
Listen, man. Yeah, let's move on, man. In other news, apparently Trump caught the Rona, and him and Melania supposedly, right, caught Rona.
Yeah. And a bunch of other people that are on his like team.
I'll be honest with you, man. I don't believe it. I'm sorry to say, I don't know if I broke anyone's hearts.
Conspiracy theory number one. That's the first of the show.
Bro, that's my middle
theory.
That's my middle name, man. Let's listen. First and foremost, has anybody out there seen House of Cards, the actual TV show with Kevin Spacey, the one that had multiple seasons that ultimately got canceled because you saw what?
I saw a few episodes, maybe like 2.
Okay, fair enough. But even in those 2 episodes, you could probably follow along with where I'm going with this. Like, it's politics. If there's anything that Trump has shown, is that he's willing to play dirty, and do whatever the hell he needs to do to essentially have an opinion or basically push whatever narrative he's going with. We've heard the man lie, blatantly lie, multiple times. So to me, if somebody is willing to blatantly lie, and it's been confirmed that they lie, and they're called out when they lie, and they still lie, I can't trust anything that comes out of your mouth. I'm sorry. I'm that type of person.
But you can't trust the doctors that tested him. You can't trust everybody around that got the COVID that was around him either.
Let me ask you something. Who are the doctors that confirmed this test? Are these out of the White House camp, or was it an independent doctor that gave him the damn test? Huh? Which one was it?
Well, listen, I don't know, but that same doctor gave tests to Chris Christie, who got it now. I believe Hope Hicks. Do they all not have it?
Bro, it's just highly convenient.
He's in Walter Reed, right? He went to Walter Reed.
Bro, I mean, the timing is beyond suspicious. I'm sorry.
I agree.
It's beyond suspicious. Like, come on, man.
I agree.
Let's just be real.
At the same time, it's not surprising because he was doing freaking rallies with people not wearing masks.
Yeah,
outside with people shaking hands and all kinds of crazy ass stuff. Like, it's not crazy.
I think it's not crazy. One thing I think is hilarious is in the debate, just to go back to it real quick, he was getting at Biden for wearing a mask. Biden was like, yeah, I wear a mask. And Trump was like, yeah, I wear a mask too. He said, but come on, Biden. Like, he said, come on, Joe. Every time I see you wearing that big mask, it's you got the big mask on your face. Why is it so big? he was clowning Biden for wearing a big ass mask. He's like, every time I see you in a picture in a campaign, you're wearing that mask of yours, that big mask. Why? And the guy who's saying that is the one that got corona. Like, that's just weird.
That is backwards. Hell of a karma. I've never seen karma that big. That is karma. That is the definition of karma. You put that in the dictionary right now. What is the definition of karma? That's an example. That is karma.
Either that or Dave East. I'm not sure. You might see both of them. Who knows? Anyway, man, let's move the hell on, man. I'm tired of talking about this shit, honestly. What's next? What we got? NFL.
The recent NFL COVID test, man.
Sticking on the COVID train, man, a bunch of stuff came out over the last 2 days that number one, Cam Newton contracted coronavirus, the starting quarterback of the Patriots, which puts the next game that they're going to play versus, I believe, the Chiefs, right, in jeopardy. And then you got all the players on the damn Tennessee Titans catching the coronavirus. I think the NFL is in trouble, and we talked about this a couple episodes ago with Coey. Shout out to her. When she was on our episode, and we were talking about that. And yeah, they got a big trouble because players are traveling, right? Unlike the NBA, where they went into a bubble, they went into a secluded environment where they could control who is in the environment by doing what they call contact tracing, with the exams and getting rapid results, right?
Yeah.
That's a completely different scenario than what the NFL is doing. The NFL is over here moving around like there ain't no fucking pandemic going around. Like, if it wasn't for the simple fact that they tell me that the stands are not filled, I wouldn't think anything was different. Like, the games are still happening on Sunday. The teams are clearly still traveling to different states, playing these people. I think the NFL is gonna shut down, man. Give it about 1 to 2 weeks, man. This shit is gonna go. It's gonna turn upside down, in my opinion. They're gonna pause the NFL. That's my prediction.
Yeah,
give it 2 weeks.
The problem that we have as human beings is after you get through like a couple of days and you're like, oh, no COVID test, you start to get more lax. You start to get more relax. That's what COVID. That's who COVID ravages. People that are not relaxed. People that kind of just jump to conclusions that COVID's gone. We haven't. Man, we just played like 19 games and COVID's over with. Even myself, I'm putting myself in that box. Like, you know, when COVID first came around, I'm over here wiping down everything. I'm putting, you know, hand sanitizer every 5 minutes, even when I didn't even go anywhere. Like, as time has gone by, I've got more relaxed. NFL, I think, probably got relaxed, or some players got relaxed. They're like, I didn't feel it the first week, 2 weeks. And that's what COVID, that's the problem with COVID. You can't relax. And so the NFL, in my opinion, is they're going to need a different strategy if you want to finish this season. I mean, if you want to do like bubble where everybody plays in Idaho or something like that, I think that will work. But the traveling thing, I think, is just too risky. We need to take this whatever you want to call it, disease. We need to take it seriously.
Right.
Like, it ain't no joke.
I think the problem is that you know, these professional leagues, and I'm gonna throw NCAA in this too, and all of those damn conferences that got their eyes on the money, the advertising dollars, the sponsorships that they've already been paid out, or the money that's on the line that they will lose if they forfeit the season. So to me, it's clear that these organizations are seriously considering the money that they're going to lose over health. And so you ask yourself, if you're a player or you're somebody that's in that environment, do you do what you got to do and just like stay home? Like a lot of players did in the NBA and the NFL as well. Like some players didn't report to camp. No one notable, because it would have been a bigger story if it was
the whole
Patrick Mahomes. If Patrick Mahomes said, I'm not playing this season, it would have been a big story, right? So my point is, there's too much money at stake. And I think, I think that's the dilemma that these organizations, the NFL, the NBA, the NCAA, Big Ten, all of these damn people, they're outweighing the money over the safety of these players. And that's dangerous. It's dangerous.
I mean, if we being real, I'm a sports fan. I'm a major sports fan. If we're being real, we should not have sports right now. Like, as much as the NBA playoffs and stuff has been fun, I don't think it was worth it. I really don't think it was worth it. Like, in my opinion, they should have just prepared for next season where things are going to look a little more normal and just scrap this season. In NFL, I don't think they should have played, especially because, remember, the NFL are entering their prime is winter. What has all these doctors been saying about winter? The coronavirus mixed with the flu season is going to cause major issues. You don't know what the hell this coronavirus and this pandemic is going to look like in the next couple of months. Like, these NFL players, what are they doing? They are slating these NFL players to play in the snow, in the rain, things that can make you sicker, put you in environments where your nose is going to be running. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be coughing, sneezing. You're playing in inclement weather, and then you're going to go back home. That's like the perfect storm for disaster. Yeah. So, like, to me, if I'm being real, sports should not be played right now. And if you're going to play it, maybe in a bubble, maybe. But NBA, I don't think it was worth it. Baseball was not worth it. Hockey was not worth it. And now it just comes down to money. And, yes, you're going to lose money, but.
Look, man, I'm not even going to lie. You know, the hard part about this is we're not those players, and we don't know what it feels like to have to make a multi-million-dollar decision that can literally be the difference between you maintaining the lifestyle that you already have or you obtaining the lifestyle that you've never had. Like some of these, they got rookies in the league that they've never made this type of money, right? These contracts, they might be guaranteed, but come on, man. Like A lot of these dudes are like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to just take the odds. I'm going to take the chances. And I'm not mad at anybody for doing that. And so, I don't know, man. It's tough. It's tough. But on a lighter note, my fantasy team is 0-3, and that shit is like driving me crazy. I want to know how the NFL and all of these players that are contracting coronavirus impacts fantasy. Like, that's really what I want to know. And I'm sure there's a lot of people that want to know how that impacts it as well. See, for me, hey, I'm 0-3. So if the season ends now or is on a hiatus, I'm not mad. I'm like, hey, man, you know, it's cool. But if I'm number one in my league right now, I'm pissed. I'm pissed. Like, you know, I'm like, oh, nah,
especially
man.
if money's involved, woo-wee.
Exactly. So I don't know. You guys let us know though if your fantasy team is in jeopardy or not, and what do you think they should do with the fantasy league? What we talking about? FanDuel, DraftKings, Yahoo, ESPN, whatever the case is. How should they change the rules to impact what's going on in the world with these players? Let us know, man.